Have too many questions here. I will just make a few clarifications and my colleagues will come in. On the Commission of Inquiry, as one of our colleagues said, definitely corruption have no boundaries. The investigation definitely is not limited to former officials. In fact, this particular issue was a very serious subject of a debate in our parliament between the governing party and the opposition as to who should actually face the Commission of Inquiry. And since then, I can report to this Honorable House that people who are even serving in the current government have been called at the Commission. Their names have been mentioned and they have been called at the Commission. And the issue of bringing in foreign judges was to make sure that the process was fair and credible so that it would not be perceived as a political witch hunt. I want to continue to thank ECOWAS Parliament for their support to the Sierra Leone Parliament and all the efforts that they have been making to ensure that we have peace in our Parliament. But we also have to understand that the Commission of Inquiry that is going on at the moment affect people or officials who mainly belong to the opposition. So that alone by itself is creating a lot of tension in our parliament. And then there's also the issue of the petition cases. That does not only affect opposition members of parliament, and like my honorable colleague from Gambia was asking, Honorable Chairman Majuba and myself have been petitioned. We are both petitioned. The opposition party petitioned me, and then the governing party petitioned Bar. So both of us will find ourselves in court. On the issue of the payment of the $400,000 community levy, we have been paying. You know, Sierra Leone used to owe a lot, so we signed an agreement with the commission, and since then we have been paying our dues. Yes, the 400,000 mentioned here is talking about the last payment that was made in December 2018. On the convergence criteria, in future we will ensure that we will have a table to make sure that the explanation is much more explicit. And I also want to report that the cases mentioned in our report that were thrown out, these were petition cases brought by the governing party against the opposition members. But the court felt that there were no substantial evidence, so they decided to throw out the matter. So the opposition party actually won that particular case. I'm sure my colleagues, Sama, will want to elaborate on other issues.
Yeah, thank you very much. I will speak on the status of my case. I was arrested in February 2019. I was charged with murder, a very serious crime. And my second appearance, the charge was dropped. The police said for lack of evidence. As I speak to you, I'm still in court. I'm on bail. Now, in February, the paramount chief, who was also a member of this house, Chief Kebi, wrote a letter to the president. And the letter, which was read to me by the police, he alleged that I had insulted the president, that I called the president corrupt and a criminal, and that I had also ordered members of the secret society to come out to attack properties belonging to a foreign company, Sokfin Agricultural Company. Now, in 2011, this foreign company, Sokfin, came to our chiefdom, where Paramount Chief Kebi is the paramount chief, and they took over 80% of the land. I was member of parliament. I was against the takeover of all the farmland. I said at the time that you could take half, you can take part of the farmland, but you cannot take everything because our people are illiterate and most of them depend on farming. Now, the paramount chief was in favor of the company. I was for the people. They gave me some money. They offered me a vehicle. I rejected all that. So at that time, the company and the paramount chief were now behind me. So when I was re-elected in 2018, the attack on me became worse. Before my arrest, somebody called and told me that there was a plan to arrest me. So when the secret society people came out, not under my command, I did not know about the incident. They saw an opportunity to arrest me. In fact, what happened was the security forces killed two people. Two of the secret society members were killed, and the plan was to kill those two people and to charge me for murder. In fact, according to the police report, that the people had shot themselves, that the people were my supporters, they had locally made guns, which they could not use properly, and they had shot themselves. But what saved me was a post-mortem report. The report showed that the bullets that killed the people were from the security forces. So on my second appearance, I was granted bail. I spent 9 days in the police cells, and I spent another 9 days in the maximum prison. I was just from jail when I attended the Dakar meeting. Now, what also helped me was, as an independent MP, there was no party to support me to protest against my arrest. But I want to thank God that civil society organizations went to the site where the incident occurred. They interviewed villagers, they interviewed community leaders, and they wrote a report that I was innocent, that I was not involved. It was based on that report and based on moves made by certain people from my district. They made representation to the president. Even the Speaker of the Sierra Leone Parliament, after listening to me, became sympathetic. He and a paramount chief from my district went to the president and appealed for my release. I also held a meeting with Honorable Sidi Tunis. They were all very instrumental to cause my release. At present, I'm in court. I'm going to appear in court again on June 5. About 3 weeks ago, I had a meeting with the president. I explained my own side to the president, and he has promised to hold a meeting with me and the vice president on some of the issues I raised. I asked that the matter be withdrawn from the court because he has set up a mediation committee, which was mentioned in our report, to mediate the crisis in our chiefdom. But I told him that people are happy that there's a committee, but we are not happy that we are going to court and mediating. I've also appealed to him for assistance for the families of those people who were killed, and he was the reception was very good. He has promised to meet with me again. But what really disappointed me was, whilst I was under detention, I received a report that this parliament had removed my name from the list of MPs that were to monitor the Senegalese election. I said, how can the ECOWAS parliament remove my name from a list? Because I have been accused of a crime I did not commit. Honorable Snow informed my delegation that I've been considered a sort of what? A threat, security threat, so they have removed my name from the list. And I do not believe that. How can ECOWAS parliament remove my name just because I've been accused? That's what happened, so I'll stop there. So I decided to keep quiet, but I have to talk now because it has been mentioned. Thank you.
Merci à la délégation sierra-léonaise. Est-ce que nous pouvons adopter le rapport? Non, mais ça va, vous avez passé 15 minutes, je pense que ça suffit. Le rapport est adopté.